Hi everyone, I'm Greg, Bioinformatter from Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Moxfield. And I got in my last two pre-order boxes of Double Masters 2022. So I got a draft box and a collector's box. I after the fact pulled the trigger on buying one more of these, which will be still on the way. Um, and But these are probably it, unless there's like a really good deal and I'm still crazy enough to throw money at it. But for now, we're gonna start with the draft box. So um, let's see if I can get lucky with this box. So I mean, I've done fairly well already with the stuff that I've already opened. I mean, some boxes have been better than others and all that jazz. But there's still some cards that I'm interested in that I haven't seen yet. Um, like I'd like an Alenda just for the heck of it. Um, I think that's a card that I could kind of use to try something other than the mono green that I have focused on. But let's get into this box. So there's the protective card on the top, and there's the information about the draft archetypes. If you were actually paying money to draft from one of these boxes, I assume it's a pretty expensive draft. But I am opening for use in commander decks, and just because I am addicted to cracking the packs and seeing what I can get. So let's start. Okay, so these are the upside down ones. Okay. So, and I think I've opened up enough of these that I'm gonna kind of whiz by um, the commons and the uncommons unless there's something special. Let's see here. Get the lighting more to my liking. Yeah. Make sure it's readable. Okay, but burning tree emissary. Okay, Norback Rhino. Ruin Striker. Eye Blight's Ending. Aether Snipe. Doomed Traveler. Severed Strands. Traveler's Amulet. It's not bad. Lightning Bolt. At least it's that's nice as a anyhow borderless or full art, whatever we want to call it. I mean, I think people have been calling. I've heard them calling it different things. Let me see something. Come on. I have TCG player window open. Border. Yeah, no, they're calling it borderless. So yeah. Gruel Turf. Summer Bloom. Okay, the first rare is Kirvik the Merciless. Ah, it's Fairy's Protection. So that's a good pull. The foil, Sensor Splicer. Ooh, the Dalkin Orrery And let me check. Yeah, so I think this is regular foil, or is it? Really can't tell. Yeah, no, I think it looks too shiny to be the foil etched, I think. But anyhow, that's I have several of the standard version of it already from prior boxes. Um but I actually wanted that art. That's a cool art for it. Yeah, but it's very strange. It's like when I'm looking at it at certain angles, I would say it could almost be a foil etch. It's like, I guess it's like an all over foil, but it's kind of uniform. It isn't because it kind of looks glossy when I hold it in an angle, but looking at it full on, regardless, it's a pretty card. Okay. So, okay. We have Skyblight, Embuscade, Stormfleet Pyromancer, Liliana's Elite, Jeskai Elder, Sensor Splicer, Brindle Choate, Drag Mangler, Vampiric Rites, so that's uncommon, Crackling Doom, Labyrinth Champion, Nim Deathmantle is the first rare, and Ashen Rider. And we have an Izzet Charm in foil, and a Spark Mage's Gambit in foil. And a Cryptic Spires, and an Angel, and a Drake. Okay. Sally Pride Mage. Deadly Recluse. Pirate's Pillage. Strands of Undeath. Capture Sphere. Seeker of the Way in Borderless. Winged Coatl. Disfigure. Okay, Boros Garrison in the Borderless. League Guild Mage. Firemind Vessel. Wrenn and 6. So that's an excellent hit. Monastery Mentor. So that's another one that's, I think it's at least decent. Grapple with the Past as a foil. Strands of Undeath as a foil. Cryptic Spires. We have an Eldrazi Scion and a bear. Okay, Living Lightning, 10th District Legionnaire, Might of Old Crosa, Here are the Games, Supernatural Stamina, Eel Umbra, God's Willing, Glowspore Shaman. Okay, we got an Izzet Boilerworks in the Borderless. So that's Domestication. Oops. Biogenic Upgrade. It's been in and out of my green decks. Rafik of the Many. That's the first rare. And as foretold, as a mythic, we have Bloodflow Connoisseur as a foil, and we have a Civic Saber as a foil. We have a Phyrexian Golem and an Elemental. Let me tidy these up at least a little bit. Okay, it's all still visible. Okay. Hissing Iguanar, Coiling Oracle, Borderless, Arnoldback Rhino, Carrier Thrall, Deranged Assistant, Momentary Blink, Ground Assault, Last Breath, Arachnus Spinner, Tower Gargoyle, Dream Shaper Shaman. Okay, Pillar of the Peruns. Land, add 1 mana of any color. Spend this mana only to cast a multicolored spell. So that's a land I wasn't acquainted with. And Bring to the Light is the second rare. I know from prior iterations that that's a jank rare in this set. Momentary Blink. Channeler of Heroes. We have a Flying Spirit and an Egg Defender. Ambuscade. Dark Dwelling Oracle. Tuskguard Captain. Seeker's Squire. Advance Stitchwing. Battlefield Promotion. And Wingsteed Rider. Spark Mage's Gambit. Blood Artist. It's a good card. Bounty of Luxa. I think that's going in one of my 5-color decks. Centaur Battlemaster. Okay. Ulashed, the Hate Seed. So it's one of the Hydras that I haven't managed to mess around with because I was doing Hydras in mono green. Ulashed, the Hate Seed, enters the battlefield with a +1/+1 counter on it for each other red creature you control, and a +1/+1 counter on it for each other green creature you control. You one and remove a +1/+1 counter, and it either deals 1 damage to target creature, or create a 1/1 green Saproling creature token. Aether Vial. So that's another good card. I actually have it in earlier printings. Yeah, I haven't had a deck where it really made sense or made a difference yet. Um, but I assume if you build with it in mind, you could make it useful. And here's a Flicker Wisp, and this is the yes, I think it's just a regular foil. Yep, and it's an uncommon. And we Cryptic Spires, we have an Eldrazi Scion, and a Bear. Yeah, so there's kind of a mismatch in the lighting for my system here, so that I have to keep things kind of dark-ish with the way things are set up. So it's a little hard to tell sometimes in the foils exactly what's going on. I'm trying to, I mean, we're even getting glare at this level. So there's the Rift Bolt. Grapple with the Past. Fiery Fall. Enoch Bondkin. Skeleton Archer. Spell Pierce. Knightly Valor. Martial Glory. Lightning Helix. So on to the uncommons. Washout. And a Bant Charm. Okay. Disciple of the Ring. So this is another one I haven't seen in the boxes I've opened so far as a rare. One, exile an instant or sorcery card from your graveyard and then choose one. Counter target non-creature spell unless its controller pays 2. Disciple of the Ring gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Tap a target creature or untap a target creature. So I assume that means, yeah, and that's just pay a 1, so presumably you can do loopy stuff with that. Surgical Extraction as rare. So borderless version of that, kind of freaky. Seeker Squire is a foil, and Mist Meadow Witch as a foil. Cryptic Spires, we get a knight, and a zombie. Okay. Monastery Swiftspear. Webweaver Changeling. Call to the Feast. Hyena Umbra. Shadowborn Apostle. Aether Snipe. Bloodflow Connoisseur. Bloodwater Entity. Okay. Graveblade Marauder. The Simic Growth Chamber, so borderless. Orzhov Pontiff. Okay, Master Biomancer is the first rare. Carador Ghost Chieftain. So, Centaur Spirit. Centaur, or whatever. The spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature card in your graveyard. Once during each of your turns, you may cast a creature spell from your graveyard. I mean, it's 5 and 3 color pips to get out. Sounds interesting. I don't know value-wise what it is because it's the first time I've pulled one. Pirate's Pillage is a foil. Rurkthar the Unbowed as a foil. Cryptic Spires, treasure, and a boar. Been for Changeling. Here are the games. Augur Spree. Tuskguard Captain. God's Willing. Strands of the Undeath. Mana Leak. Bloodwater Entity. Flicker-Wisp. Sprouting Thrynax. Stagger Shock. Greater Gargadon. I know that's not worth much. But Ulamog. Ulamog is. Heyo. That's good. We got a Severed Strands, the foil. We got a Coiling Oracle as a foil. It's also common. We got a treasure and a boar again. So I hope you all like the way I'm doing this. I've seen some people reveal off the top, but I kind of like saving the best for last, which is why I'm doing this upside down thing. Thrive. Come on. Okay. Living Lightning. Sally Pride Mage. Momentary Blink. Blight's Ending. Aether Snipe. Drag Mangler. Last Breath. Azorius Chancery. Aether Mage's Touch. Breakthrough. So we have Teneb the Harvester. Ooh. Ren and 6 in the Borderless. So that's my first one of those. And there was another Ren and 6 in this box already, just the regular one. Prophetic Bolt as a uncommon foil, and a Blood Artist as an uncommon foil. Cryptic Spires, a Knight, and a Zombie. Rapid Growth. Dark Dwelling Oracle. Call to the Feast. Enoch Bondkin. Carrier Thrall. Advanced Stitchwing. Settle Beyond Reality. Martial Glory. Eternal Witness. A perennial. Extract from Darkness. Devoted Druid. Also a combo piece. Splinter Fright, which is a jank rare. Alesha Who Smiles at Death, which is also a jank rare. Ground Assault as a foil. And Surreal Memoir as a foil. Expire, and there's a Monk. token, and a spider. Okay. Experiment 1. Pirates Pillage. Fireblade Artist. Forbidden Alchemy. Relief Captain. Balustrade Spy. Eel Umbra. Is it Charm? Okay, Bloodbraid Elf in the Borderless. So that's... yeah, I mean, I've said it in the other videos, but the Borderless just is really nice in this set. They stand out. Unburial Rites. Conclave Mentor. Okay. Prized Amalgam is a janky rare. Dragon Lord. Silumgar. See if that's anything close to the pronunciation. So I'm assuming it's worth at least a little. Flying Death Touch. When Dragon Lord enters the battlefield, gain control of target creature or planeswalker for as long as you control. Okay. Yeah, so that can annoy some people, I think. And it's a mythic, so I'm hoping it has value. Advanced Stitchwing as a foil, and Wingsteed Rider as a foil. Treasure and Boar. Okay, Grapple with the Past. Monastery Swift Spear. Augur Spree. Thought Scour. Knightly Valor. Shadowborn Apostle again. Spark Mage's Gambit. Ground Assault. Abzan Falconer. Livewire Lash. Surreal Memoir, the non-foil version. Okay, Hardened Scales. Smothering Tithe. So, it's not the flashy, hand-grabby version, but it'll do. Liliana's Elite. And Vampire Sovereign. Foils. And Cryptic Spire. And we have a Vampire. And a Saproling. Okay. Arachnus Web. Perforos's Emissary. Deep Analysis. Aven Initiate. Anointer of Valor. Seeker's Squire. Bloodflow Connoisseur. Glowspore Shaman. Misfire Adept. To the uncommons. Okay, Rakdos Carnarium in the Borderless. River Hoopoe. Thrumming Stone. So that's a reasonably good one. Balefire Liege. That's jank. Lava Coil as a foil. And Dimir Aqueduct as a foil. So the bounce lands aren't worth too much. because they're, yeah, they enter tapped. Whereas in the prior set, we had the battle bond lands, which were only tapped if you didn't have the extra opponents. Boiling Oracle, Annoyed Altasar, Lava Coil, 10th District Legionnaire, Spell Pierce, Hyena Umbra, Vampire Sovereign, Chronicler of Heroes, Sidraxis Spectre, Jeskai Charm, Inquisition of Kozilek, Rune of the Hidden Realm, Grand Arbiter Augustus IV. So that's kind of the Taxman. Elvish Rejuvenator, and Agony Warp. Expire, we get an Angel and a Drake. That's our tokens. Okay. Fireblade Artist, Elvish Rejuvenator, Rift Bolt, Mana Leak, Militia Bugler, Unearth, Agony Warp, Kazmina's Transmutation, Mentor of the Meek in Borderless, Abzan Charm, and a Civic Saber. So, Obnixilis, Unshackled. So, and Firesong and Sunspeaker. Anointer of Valor as the foil. And Jeskai Charm as the foil. The Knight, and a Zombie. Okay, so we're into the final stack here. Okay, Tuskguard Captain, Titan Strength, Ingenious Scob, Carrier Thrall, Eel Umbra, the Leaning Tower of Commons, Momentary Blink, Settle Beyond Reality, Is It Charm, Selesnya Sanctuary, Travel Preparations, Dragon Arch. Yeah, I want to try this in a deck. So, you may put two in a tap. You may put a multicolored creature card from your hand onto the battlefield. So, I mean, it costs 5 to get out, but if it sticks, and you've built your deck with some multicolored creatures, that could work out nicely. We have Zur the Enchanter, and a Gravecrawler as our rares. No big thing there. Aben Initiate as a foil, and Orzhov Pontiff as a foil. And we have a Monk and an Egg. Okay, Auger Spree. Rapid Growth. Living Lightning. 10th District Legionnaire. Okay, Unearth as a borderless version. Forbidden Alchemy. Relief Captain. Winged Coatl. And Go for the Throat. Glory Scale Viashino. Yeah. Labyrinth Champion. Okay. A Merc Fiend Liege, which the lieges aren't much. And a Grim Flayer, which is also a janky rare, so Experiments 1. And Call to the Feast as the foils. Soldier and Fairy Rogue. Call to the Feast. Annoyed Altasar. Stormfleet Pyromancer. Liliana's Elite. Jeskai Elder. Sensor Splicer. Spark Mage's Gambit. Agony Warp. Okay, Demir Aqueducts in the Borderless. Sultai Soothsayer. And Firemind Vessel as our uncommons. Okay. Restoration Angel, which ain't worth much. There's the Surgical Extraction in the normal version. Both of them are, you know, fittingly creepy arts. Knightly Valor. And Centaur Battlemaster as foils. And we have a Phyrexian Golem and an Elemental. Okay. No blockbuster hits in this stack yet. Deep Analysis. Experiment 1. Pirate's Pillage. Anointer of Valor. Seeker's Squire. Deranged Assistant. Seeker of the Way. Glowspore Shaman. Okay, we got a Prophetic Bolt. Wall of Omens. Cold Steel Heart. Mindwreck Liege. So the lieges are low tier. Doran the Siege Tower. So at least it's a good defender commander. Don't think it's particularly worth much, but it's an interesting one at least. Deep Analysis as a foil, and Skeleton Archer as a foil. Vampire and Saproling. Okay, so 4 packs left. Go. Fireblade Artist. Thought Arrive. Cruin Striker. Knightly Valor. Supernatural Stamina. Thought Scour. Borderless Common. Ground Assault, got plenty of those. Blood Flow Connoisseur. Okay, Golgari Rot Farm. Blazing Hellhound. Spider Spawning. Okay. Necrotic Ooze. I don't think it's particularly valuable, but it's powerful. So as long as Necrotic Ooze is on the battlefield, it has all activated abilities of all creature cards in all graveyards. So, yeah. An Assassin's Trophy, so that's a decent one. Liev as a foil. Titan Strength as a foil. Okay. Treasure and a boar. Then there were 3. Titan Strength to go. Yeah. The foil. Cartel Aristocrat. Arachnus Web. Perforos's Emissary. Militia Bugler. Severed Strands. Haven Initiate. Kazmina's Transformation. Skin Render. Lotleth Troll. Myth Realized. It's uncommons. Okay, we have a Guided Passage. And a Liege, so that's another, fully jank rare pack. Gnarlback Rhino. And Relief Captain, yes. So even the foils are commons. Knight. And a Zombie. Then there were 2 Fiery Fall. We have Sky Knight, Might of Ultrosa, Doomed Traveler, Skeleton Archer, Makeshift Mauler, Traveler's Amulet, Chronicler of Heroes, Terminate in the borderless version. It's nice. A young Pyromancer. A Scab Clan Giant. Okay, a Planar Bridge is the first rare. Vidalcan Orrery, so that's at least a decent rare there. Doomed Traveler, and Arachnus Web. Phyrexian Golem, and an Elemental. There can be only one. Okay. Stormfleet Pyromancer, Ingenious Scob, Elvish Rejuvenator, Battlefield Promotion, Vampire Sovereign, Capture Sphere, Brindle's Shoat, Wingsteed Rider, Mist Meadow Witch, Body Double, Rancor, so that's an excellent card, just for utility. So we have a Joda, is one of the rares. Okay, so we have here Child of Alara, Mana Leak as a foil, and Greater Gargadon as a foil. Okay. So we're not going out with a bang on the last couple of packs there, but if we look back, Dalkin, Assassin's Trophy, yeah, I think like Grand Augustin Arbiter in normal version is maybe on the edge. I think Thrumming Stone is up there a little bit. Smothering Tide, definitely. I'm assuming the Dragon is good. Renin 6 Borderless is probably great. Ulamog is great. I'll have to check on Carador. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Surgical Extraction, Disciple of the Ring, I have no clue about. Aether File is decent. Lashed is, I'll look it up, but it's probably not that big a deal, I don't think. Check the land in case. As foretold, I don't know if I've looked that up before. I think Rafik. Regular Renin 6, that's also good. I'll have to check on that version of the Vidalcan Orrery and at the Fairy's Protection. Okay. So yeah, there is a lot of good stuff in here. So there is definitely stuff here worth looking up. These are more edge cases. Okay. I do have TCG Player open. So, find on us. So the Monastery Mentor is $11.99. So that's good. It's typing blind on the keyboard on my laptop. As Foretold is $5.72. So the Pillar of Prunes is only $2.06. Okay, so put that over there. Control find. Ash the Hate Seed is not worth much. Control find. Disciple. No, Disciple of the Ring is also jank. Control find. Okay. The keyboard will have to overlap so I can do this reasonably well. Forced. Now. Yes, I'm dealing with cramped workspace here. Okay, so now we should be back to normal. Control find. Carador. Okay, Carador the Ghost Chieftain is also, not that. It's like $1.10. But control find Vidalcan. So the Vidalcan borderless foil is $26.54. And the regular is like 15, I think, or at least it was. Okay, 13.97. It's dropped slightly, but it's in the same league as the Monastery Swift Spear. Dragon Lord, Dragon Lord, Salumgar is 419, so it's just shy. I mean, I'll leave it there as if it's a $5 card. We'll find Aether Vial. Aether Vial is 15. Smothering Tithe is 29. 17. Thrumming Stone is 11.74. Assassin's Trophy is 9.10. I'll put it in the same class as that. Control find Teferi. Teferi's Protection is 23.99. Ulamog, however, is 43.75. So, Renin 6 is 79.99 for the regular one. Okay. Even better than I thought. And the borderless version is 119.26. Okay, so wow. Yeah, so this was a good box. Yeah, so the Renin 6 borderless, the regular Renin 6, the Ulamog, Teferi's Protection, Smothering Tithe, the Vidalcan, Assassin's Trophy, Thrumming Stone, Aether Vial, another Vidalcan, Monastery Mentor, Dragon Lord, Slumgar, and As Foretold. I think yeah, that qualifies as a good box. And it's probably my last draft box unless something comes up and I can't resist another at a good price. Because I think I've sunk enough into this that I may have to see what I can do with trades from now on. If I'm missing anything or trades, or just buy the singles if I really want something that I wasn't able to pull doing this. But yeah, so I think we got some pretty sweet hits out of this overall. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. See you next time.